Thank you. Here's one we wrote.
I started playing guitar in high school and got into jazz with my teachers early. But that was like, I graduated high school in 1980, so like in 77, I was in 10th grade, which is around when I started playing. And I liked jazz. I was never really that into rock. And that was like when punk rock started coming out. That's when you first started hearing about the Ramones. I think I heard about the Ramones in 9th grade. But you know, punk rock was starting to happen, right? So those are the two things I like the most, were like jazz and punk rock.
Just like briefly, just kind of tell me a little bit about the bands that you started with. I mean, Rocket 88, maybe.
Okay. Why don't we start with the Zippers?
Okay, I don't even know about that.
There's a Zippers demo somewhere. Then in college, I went to the University of Delaware. I joined this, got together with these guys, and we made a little band called the Zippers. Who became really popular in college, and I actually played bass with them.
And you can go back, go back, you can go back, go back. Evolution. We're in the 80s now, not the 60s.
Did you have a following?
Sort of, yeah, a little bit. Like from the Zippers, people knew who I was. People at school knew who I was. My buddy in the Zippers, his name was VD, Mike Van Duzer, he turned me on to the Fabulous Thunderbirds, and which I just like took over my whole world, because to me that was like, wow, there's like the musicianship of jazz, but like with a backbeat and like, but it's music that's not so alien to all my friends, you know what I mean? So it was more like, it was like rock and roll, but like with a jazz perspective, you know? So I just loved it, you know, like the T-Birds, for those who don't know, are like just like top shelf blues band. White guys from Texas playing the blues. Stevie Ray Vaughan's brother, Jimmy Vaughan, and other guys. But just taking it to a whole higher level than it had been before.
Well, I don't live like a king. I don't drive a big car. The gypsy woman was right. She said I'm the bar. We don't have time, baby. I'll be there one day. Yeah, but until I get there, baby, all I can do is hope and pray. Well, you say you'll stick with me, baby, stick with me through thick and thin. I know someday, baby, I've been lucky to get the ends. Your real time, baby, I'll be there one day. Yeah, but until I get there, baby, all I can do is hope and pray.
Request Video is back, and as promised, with me in the studio right now is Tommy Conwell. Tommy Conwell and the Young Rumblers. You brought your guitar in, and you're actually going to like play a little mood music while we conduct the interview. Am I right?
I'm always into that. What do you want to hear? Some Thelonious Monk or Charlie Parker?
Charlie Parker.
All right.
Now, you being from Philadelphia, you're basically, your music is rock and roll, or how would you describe it? Because you got a lot of influences also, right?
Yeah, well, you know, basically we're a rock band. I come from blues and jazz really, but it's hard to mix jazz and rock, you know what I mean? But, you know, so we're basically a rock band that comes from blues. I just made a decision, as much as I love blues music,
I made a decision not to be a straight blues artist because it's not really the real blues artists. And I'm taking nothing away from Stevie Ray Vaughan, the Fabulous Thunderbirds, and Jeff Healey.
Right.
But the real blues artists were, you know, black guys in the 50s. I'm a white guy in 1990. I'm just going to be myself.
In 1983, I joined a band called Rocket 88, which was, and the way I joined it is they did a couple Fabulous Thunderbird songs at the Deer Park in Newark, Delaware, where I was going to college, the bar in town. And I went up to the singer, I said, if you ever need a guitar player, I know every Jimmy Vaughan solo, note for note. And he said, well, wow. He said, awesome. He said, you want to come sit in sometime? He said, tell you what, we're doing a gig next, I don't know, Sunday night, I think it was. Maybe this Sunday night, down in Ocean City, Maryland. That's 3 hours away. Want to come with us? You know? And I'm, you know, and I guess this is sort of like an indicator. I said yes. You know what I mean?
Right.
We can't pay you, but you want to drive a couple hours and go play a gig with us? Yes. You know, so like, that's sort of like, that indicates like passion and commitment and just craziness, right?
Were you thinking long term, like big rock star, or you just wanted to be in a
Not
band?
at all. Not at all. I just wanted to play in a good band. I was thinking make money playing music. I was thinking professional.
I was, no, I don't know. I worked my way into it slowly. I was in college, maybe even high school, but college when I first started playing professionally. And so I would eat at the college cafeteria and do my gigs. Then I started making money, and I quit college to play music. But no, I never starved for music. I guess I was really pretty lucky.
But mostly I was thinking, I want to play, you know what I mean? And I want to play with a blues band, you know, which is hard to find. And here was one that they already had, and they were doing, and they were popular, you know. I was really thinking, I want to grow, and I'd like to be a professional musician, which happened very quickly with Rocket 80. I mean, I became, a month later, I think they fired their guitar player, and I was the new guitar player.
Got the boogie disease.
so with Rocket 88, you know, I learned a lot, and then I left them, and so then I was kind of like wondering what to do next, and then that's the first time I ever became a singer. There was a party. Parties are great for, like, you know, germinating ideas, you know, or trying stuff out, right? So we did a party, me and my 2 roommates, and we just did, blues songs are easy, so we did, and they were blues fans too, so we just did all blues songs and rocked the hell out of it, you know, just rocked, you know. And so I said, you know what, maybe I'll just do this. And so I did. I just started, I called it, in the beginning I called it Tommy Conwell's Young Rumblers. Because I always meant to just call it the Young Rumblers, but I just put my name in front of it just to let my friends know this is my band, you know what I mean? And, or let people know, like, this is my band, and it's stuck.
We ought to tell everybody we are talking about a brand new Tommy Conwell and the Young Rumblers album called Walking on the Water. Of course, it's one of the more popular tunes you've been doing for a while.
I got a tape of the first Young Rumblers gig. I still have the tape of it. And it was at the University of Delaware in Newark. And
when was that?
It was called the Skid Row Beach Party, February 24th, 1984.
Please welcome the Young Rumblers.
It was at the Skid Row Beach Party. There was a whole lot of people there. And we were not the first band. We weren't even the first band. We had someone opening for us on our first gig. I think it was what was that band called with Rogers singing? It was Catherine the Great. I think it was Catherine the Great opened up for us. Anyway, then it was us. Then the Maytags went on. Then Rocket 88 was the big headliner. And so anyway, that was our first gig. And Walking on the Water is on the tape on the first gig we ever did. So this is that's one of the real early songs that I wrote.